What is up, everybody? Today we are back at a familiar site if you are a OG subscriber, and that is the Buford Dam. We have not been here in probably about a year. Now, the reason I didn't come over here as much, or I stopped coming over here, was, I fished in the summer last year over here quite a bit. Or we went to Gatlinburg in November, and, I caught some big trout, and, it's like, I can come here all the time, catch a whole bunch of, like, smaller trout, or, I could go to North Georgia and catch some bigger trout. But, I've been really wanting to get back into trout fishing, so we're going to come here today. If you guys remember in a previous video, I mentioned about going to North Georgia to do some trout fishing. Or if you guys recall, I had to cancel that because of the gas shortage. But now, I basically had bought everything to do that. So what we're going to do is this is going to be a practice run. We're still going to go on that trip. That's probably going to be a little bit later. Probably late September, October, somewhere in the fall. I don't know. It just feels right to go into North Georgia during the fall. But anyway, we have a lot of stuff to test out, stuff I've never tried before, and that is trout magnets as well as like salmon eggs. But anyway, we have that kind of stuff to try out. We're not in the past. I've just stick to the spinners and stuff. We're gonna get out there real quick and get it started. So let's get out there. All right, guys. Well, this is it, and it is early in the morning, and now the water coming out of here is so freaking cold, and the air moisture and stuff, it just creates a giant fog. And that's what you see right here. Now I'm going down to water real quick. I just want to feel how cold the water is because, I know how cold it is, but part of me doesn't want to put waders on. I have a swimsuit right here. I'm debating on putting it on or not. And the reason is it's just easier to maneuver and stuff with a swimsuit rather than the waders. But we're just gonna feel how cold it is. Alright, I think I'll try it. I'm gonna run up to the restroom real quick and change. Then we'll grab one of my rods and we'll see what happens. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the spinners first, and then we'll probably move to trout magnets. Then lastly, probably the salmon eggs. I don't know, but I don't know about the last two, but we're definitely gonna start with the spinners. All right, guys. Well, we are out there here. I decided to go ahead and throw my swimsuit on. And I guess the real reason I did it is because every time I come here, I tend to fall in the water and end up getting wet anyway. So I was like, let's just go ahead and get me wet to begin with, like get used to the water, because it really does suck when you're wearing waders and stuff and it fills up. Like I'm not joking, every time I fall, I fill them up all the way. So I just decided to do this. I mean, it's freezing. This water is probably like 40 degrees or something. But anyway, we're walking downstream right now, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna start with spinners first, and then we'll move on to other things. But we're just making it downstream. But it's so interesting doing this. You guys know, like coming through here, like this fog and stuff. It's really mystical, I guess. But let's see what happens. Now what we're doing is we're trying to get downstream, just because I know that there are better trout spots back here. People always told me that, if you come further downstream, you're gonna get better fish. And that exactly is what we're gonna do. Probably a trout somewhere in there. We're gonna come around, wrap right here, cast upstream. That's the plan right now. The problem is, I was talking about the waders and stuff earlier, is that it is so slick. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm wearing polarized glasses, so I can see the bottom really good. But there's a lot of algae on rocks and stuff, so it makes it insanely hard to walk. And with the waders, that's why I slip so much. So that's why, I'm wearing the swimsuit today. But I'm hoping we get something. Now what we're getting into is like, this is a better area back here because there's a lot of rocks and stuff are trout behind. And up there's not as much. Which you can pretty much catch trout anywhere, honestly. Alright, well, we're gonna keep walking downstream. see what else there is. I cannot get over this scenery though. It's so beautiful. I don't know, like trout fishing, you know, it just brings a peace, I guess. I don't know, like, you know, when you think of what you like to do with fishing and stuff, like, it seems for me that, you know, freshwater is just like your day at work, you know, like I'm used to it, you know, I know how to do it. Saltwater fishing is something new and it excites me like a vacation, I guess. And, you know, really any sort of trout fishing is like a meditation thing. Like, you know, it's just so, I mean, wherever you go trout fishing, this is beautiful. Like, I don't know, I just love seeing the rivers and stuff. Another thing with trout fishing, you know, you probably need to know is depth is very deceiving. Like, all this stuff looks like it's not that deep, it's not that deep, until you actually go over there and it's like, geez, this is really deep. Because I don't know if you guys look, it looks pretty shallow right there. It looks like maybe not even a quarter of a foot. And this is how deep it really is, which is all the way up here. That's just how deceiving it actually is. Alright guys, well I fished that area for a while. Nothing, unfortunately. Now we're going to start making our way back down here. And hopefully this fog will move soon so we can swap to the salmon eggs. That seems like it's going to be the best choice of things to use. Or the trout magnets, but it just seems like it's going to be easier for the any one of those, because with spinners, like, you know, we have current moving that way, right? So imagine, you know, we cast the spinner, right? And we want to cover an area over there. So what's going to happen is, instead of going all the way down the area we want to cover, the spinner's going to start coming down like that. And, you know, you lose fishing area when you use a spinner. But, you know, spinners are effective. But with a trout magnet or salmon egg, what's going to happen is, since we have a floaty on it, we can just watch it go downstream in a straight line without having to reel it or anything, until we actually get that hit. So we can cover a whole much more distance with a float for either, you know, salmon egg, trout magnet. They pretty much work the same exact way. One just looks like a worm, and then the other just has a smell and is a ball. Oh, there we go. There we go. First fish of the day. Come on, dude. This is why it's important to bring a net right here. He's gonna shake off if I don't do anything. There we go. All right. This is a rainbow trout, guys. Nice one too. Nope. He got away. I was gonna try to get a better picture with him and stuff. But anyway, that's the first trout of the day, which is good. Man, I was trying to get a picture with him. But alright guys, first fish of the day. Let's get another. Alright guys, I think it's happening. Fog's pushing away. We start seeing a lot bit more. Oh, it starts rising again. I don't know, because it looked like it was clearing up maybe like 20 minutes ago or so. And all of a sudden it just came back down again. Anyway, we're gonna start making our way downstream, and I don't know, you guys can't tell, but Bozeman Island's right there. I know it's super hard to see from right here. I just kind of know what I'm looking at, so it's a little easier. But anyway, if this smoke is or this fog's starting to lift, we'll be able to start doing a little bit better fishing. Oh my god, here it comes. Oh no. What is going on? Why is it doing this? It's like, I don't know, I have to read, because that is weird. Like, it's happening so fast, like, come on, just blow over or something. Woo! It's getting high. Oh, almost fell right there. That's how it happens right there. Like I said earlier, rocks have a lot of algae on them. They are not fun. Not fun at all. Like I said earlier, this water is about 40 degrees. I mean, I'll have to look up online. It's not quite like in the 30s, but I think it's like 45. All right, guys, so we are pretty much all set up. What we have on is a float, a clamp weight, and a very small hook. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this salmon egg. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna come down here on this rock, and we're just gonna cast in this area over here, watch the bobber, and see if anything takes it. All right, guys. Well, we have replaced the salmon egg with a trout magnet, which is just a little worm, I guess. It does the same exact thing. But anyway, we're hoping that this gives us a better result. Alright, guys, so we are hitting a little hole right here. This is where I think some trout might be. Oh, we have fish on. Fish on. Oh, man. Dang it. I had too much slack in the line. A trout just came out of nowhere and grabbed it.
We have fish on. Fish on. Oh, man.
I didn't set the hook though. Maybe I'll come back for it. Come on. Alright, guys, well, we have hit a deep hole. This is what I was talking about earlier. And yeah, I went to one earlier, but this is a lot deeper. Anyway, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna cast this around for a while. And we will hopefully get us a trout. And you know, we're starting to make our way back. You know, there's not a lot of stuff going on over down here, fortunately. Oh, shoot. That wasn't scheduled. Alright, well, we have to go. That's the sirens. They're about to release water. It wasn't on their schedule for today, unfortunately. Alright. I mean, luckily we have probably about 10 minutes or something until they actually release it. And we're right near shore too. So, we're just gonna get out of here. Now, I don't know. Jeez. Hey. Alright, we just have to go swimming, I guess, because it's super deep through here. And we'll hop in on those trails and make our way back. Alright, guys, well, I am back on shore now. Now, the dam will signal that stuff maybe a few minutes before they start actually releasing water. And what we're going to do is, I think it'd be interesting to show you just how much water actually fills up through here. So we're going to wait until the dam actually starts releasing water, and we're going to watch it fill up. Now, we are plenty safe. We have this stuff over here. You know, if it starts getting like up here, you know, we'll start making our way up, and we should be fine. But, oh, there's another siren. You know, they will have a whole bunch of those until they actually, like I said, they have a whole bunch of those, like I said, to warn you, to make sure everybody's out of the water. And we are out of the water, so we are safe, and we have an easy way to get back up. So I'm not too worried. I think it would just be interesting to show you guys just how much this changes. Alright, guys, well, it was probably about 10 minutes ago I finished talking to you guys, and you guys can see how much it has already risen, which is absolutely insane. Now, it's not, I looked online, they do have it scheduled now from like, basically they have it on like power generated per hour or something, but basically right now it's at like 67, and in another hour it'll be 127. So you see, they're gonna keep filling it up until, you know, they're generating enough power. So, you know, we're gonna watch it for a little bit. I mean, we're gonna have to start backing up pretty soon. Because the water's starting to get pretty high even down here. But we'll give it like 20 more minutes or something, and then we'll head back to the car and figure out what to do from there, because I might try to continue to trout fish. I mean, I know how to do it, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, guys, so we are heading back now. You know, I don't know if I'm going to fish or not. I know I said I know how to, which I do. But the problem is, whoa, almost ran into a spider right there. I'm really far away from my car. Basically, I am parked on that side of the dam, and there are no bridges going across it like halfway through or anything. There is a bridge by the dam, so basically I have to walk all the way to the dam and then to my car. Alright guys, well I am back in my car now. It took me about 25 minutes to get back. Got back and I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like going back out because basically everything I just walked I'd have to walk again but on the other side. But anyway, I think that concludes the video of fishing. Now, I am going to do some safety things because, people might want to come out here and there's a lot to know about safety. Well, the first thing is bring a life vest. It is required. If you go in the water, you have to have a life vest, or there's like a $200 fine if you get caught. But that is very important because you guys saw me slipping and stuff when I was walking, and I mean, I could hit my head on a rock and like pass out, knock unconscious. But if I didn't have a life vest, I would just drown. But if I had a life vest, at least I'd be carried downstream where maybe someone would find me. Let's see. Another thing would be, wear shoes. Don't go in this barefoot. There's a lot of sharp rocks and stuff. I need to get some water shoes. I just used my regular shoes today. But you need some sort of shoes to go out in the water. And another thing, hypothermia. Like I said earlier, the water is freezing cold. I don't know exactly how much, or what degree, but it is cold. And there are signs everywhere for hypothermia. Now, if you guys noticed, every once in a while I was getting out on a rock and letting my legs like reheat. That was to prevent hypothermia or cramps or anything else. That's why I did that. But if you're actually wearing waders, you probably wouldn't have to worry about it. But since I wasn't wearing anything beyond my bathing suit, it was important that I got out of the water every once in a while to let my legs stretch out and stuff from being in the freezing water. And I guess the biggest thing is, if you ever hear that siren, get out of the water. Don't mess around. Last time I was here, if I recall correctly, someone actually got stuck on one of the rocks out there, and they had to get the police and stuff, or fire department, or whoever, had to come out and get him because he thought he could outrun the clock. But you guys saw it happens fast. As soon as they do it, it's within like 10 minutes or so, water already starts to like go up probably about a foot or a foot and a half. So if you ever do come out here, make sure you have to get out of the water. Now here's some advice for some parents probably. I wouldn't let your kid just go out in the water because like I said, the terrain out there, it looks shallow. It's not shallow. I don't know what it is, but when you're out there, everything seems, oh, it's like 3 feet deep or whatever, but it turns out it's like 5 feet. And that's why I got in trouble before, where this was a previous time. I don't know it's necessarily on the channel. Basically, I thought, oh, it's maybe like 3 or 4 feet out there, and I go out there in my waders and I slip, and the water was pushing me deeper and deeper and deeper, and that 3 foot water turned out to be like 6 feet. And especially when you're in that cold water, it is scary, when you're trying to balance yourself on slippery rocks and stuff. So keep an eye on kids. It is a fun place to fish. People do fish from the shore. I just prefer going out in the water. When the current is low, you just need to be cautious what you're doing. But as soon as that bell rings or that horn rings, you gotta get out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry we only caught one fish. That is why I put the little safety video at the end of it. But anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoy. Go ahead and subscribe, like the channel, share it to your friends. You guys know the rest. See you next week.